Welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today because we're looking at this fascinating intersection of metallurgy, advanced materials, and clean energy. Sometimes a highly technical metallurgical update comes across the wire, right? And at first glance, it might just look like a bunch of dense numbers and chemical grades. But when you actually unpack the data, you realize you're looking at the blueprint for a massive clean energy innovation. So today, we're analyzing a recent update from Homerun Resources. They just detailed their optimized purification pathway for high-purity silica down in Brazil. We're going to break down exactly what this all means for the global energy transition. All right, let's dive right in. So how does raw sand become the high-tech backbone of the clean energy transition? It's a pretty compelling thought, isn't it? We so often think of the energy transition purely in terms of spinning wind turbines, sleek solar panels, or, complex AI managing our power grids. But literally all of that technology requires advanced, ultra-pure materials to even exist. It needs a starting point. And that starting point, it's silica. Today's explainer is all about that journey. We're looking at how a company takes a raw geological resource straight from the ground and, through some serious strategic technological disruption, upgrades it into the mission-critical material that actually powers our high-tech future. Here is our roadmap for today. Number 1, the high-purity silica breakthrough. 2, moving from 3N to 4N. 3, the enduring energy advantage. 4, building a Silica Valley. And finally, number 5, Homerun's 4 power verticals. Okay, section 1, the high-purity silica breakthrough. So recent testing with the German specialist firm Dorfner Anzaplan has officially locked in the preferred processing pathway to achieve what they are calling plus 4N silica. Actually, let's put that in plain terms. That is a purity level of 99.99% silicon dioxide. And achieving this level of purity, it isn't just some vanity metric to look at on paper, it is an absolute commercial necessity. This phase 2 testing confirms that the pathway for their planned purification plant at the Santa Maria Eterna, or SME, Silica Sand District in Bahia, Brazil, is fundamentally viable. They have technically de-risked the route to creating an advanced material that the global tech and solar markets are desperately needing right now. Now, the crucial point here is understanding the sheer scale they're building from. 350,000. That is the targeted tons per annum for their phase 1 primary purification plant. But keep in mind, this specific plant doesn't produce that 4N material. It produces 3N, which is 99.9% purity industrial-grade silica sand. You can really think of this 350,000-ton 3N plant as their commercial baseline. It establishes this massive, incredibly strong upstream foundation. But more importantly, under Homerun's integrated model, this 3N material acts as the direct feedstock for the higher value modular 4N processing we were just talking about, and eventually even 5N modules. It's like they're building a massive funnel, and this number, this represents the very wide end of it. Moving right along to section 2, moving from 3N to 4N. If that 350,000-ton plant is pumping out standard industrial-grade material, you might be wondering, how exactly do they upgrade it? Well, think of it like a refinery, turning basic crude oil into highly refined, high-octane rocket fuel. To turn that industrial baseline into highly refined material, the physical journey looks a bit like this. Step 1, you take that 3N feedstock we just discussed. Step 2, it undergoes calcination. This is a thermal pretreatment where the silica is heated to a staggering 1,000 degrees Celsius to essentially burn off impurities and completely alter the material's physical state. Then, step 3, that thermally treated sand is put through an acid leaching process, which strips away the remaining microscopic impurities. And finally, step 4, you're left with your end product, plus 4N 99.99% high-purity silica. The Anzaplan test specifically proved that calcination, followed by acid leaching, is the vastly superior pathway compared to just doing acid leaching alone. Now, this creates a really interesting fork in the road for process design. Because they've proven this works, Anzaplan is now proceeding with process design and an AAC Class 5 CAPEX, that's capital expenditure, development for 2 entirely different plant configurations. One option is traditional calcination followed by acid leaching. For this, you'd build a standard, massive industrial oven, heat the sand, and leach it. But the other option is something totally revolutionary, acid leaching only, but utilizing an alternative thermal pretreatment beforehand. Homerun is simultaneously advancing a study using a highly specialized energy storage system to provide that massive heat, which entirely bypasses the need to build traditional, expensive, dedicated calcination units from scratch. Let's get into section 3, the enduring energy advantage. Okay, so Homerun holds an exclusive global intellectual property agreement for the Enduring Energy Storage System. They actually partnered with the Alliance for Sustainable Energy, LLC, which manages the U.S. Department of Energy's National Renewable Energy Laboratory, now known as the National Laboratory of the Rockies. They even have a recently filed patent application for all this. The massive strategic differentiator here is that the system uses the actual silica sand from their Santa Maria Eterna district as the physical medium to store energy in the form of heat. It's like a giant puzzle perfectly fitting together. 1,000 degrees Celsius. Just wrap your head around that for a second. During successful R&D testing with the National Laboratory of the Rockies, this enduring system was able to thermally pre-treat Homerun's raw silica sand at this exact extreme temperature. They literally used their own product to store enough thermal energy to reach the exact temperature required for the calcination step we talked about earlier. No way, right? It's brilliant. So why is this hybrid approach so strategically important? Well, because it integrates electricity storage, meaning it takes in power from the grid and solar PV arrays, and outputs both industrial heat and power for the entire operation. By doing this, the system pre-treats the silica sand while it stores energy. This completely avoids the need to allocate heavy capital to build traditional, dedicated calcination infrastructure into their processing line. They are simultaneously improving the thermal efficiency of their facilities, storing renewable energy, and moving their purified silica streams right up the value chain. It's an incredible double-duty efficiency win for sure. Which brings us to Section 4, building a Silica Valley. See, Homerun isn't just looking to build a single standalone processing plant. They are transforming the Santa Maria Eterna district in Belmonte, Bahia, Brazil, into a fully integrated industrial ecosystem. They're literally calling it Silica Valley by establishing the 350,000-ton 3N base and then integrating that enduring energy storage system to power the creation of 4N and eventually plus 99.999% 5N modules. They are creating a self-sustaining loop. The energy storage powers the purification, and the purification feeds the materials needed for more advanced energy and tech applications. The whole system feeds itself. Homerun's CEO, Brian Lehners, hits the nail on the head, summarizing the strategy. He says, "When I first encountered the NRL Endurance system almost 3 years ago, it immediately presented as an opportunity to provide an integrated energy storage and silica purification strategy. This reflects how the Homerun operating team and its partners continue to leverage strategic disruption to build an integrated value chain for silica purification into advanced materials for energy and tech." Strategic disruption. That is the key phrase to remember here. They are taking standard capital expenditure paradigms and just flipping them on their head through technological integration. Finally, Section 5, Homerun's 4 power verticals. The company is building its backbone across 4 distinct pillars. Let's walk through them. First up, high-purity silica. This is the secure supply and processing of low-iron silica for mission-critical applications. Second, solar. They are actually developing the America's first dedicated 1,000-ton-per-day high-efficiency solar glass plant, commercializing extra-clear, antimony-free solar glass for next-generation photovoltaics. Third, energy storage, which we've discussed at length today, advancing long-duration silica-based thermal storage systems to decarbonize industrial heat and unlock major flexibility for the grid. And finally, their 4th vertical, energy solutions. Now this shows that Homerun is going way beyond just physical materials. They are integrating AI-enabled energy management, advanced control systems, and turnkey electrification solutions aimed at reducing costs and optimizing renewable generation for commercial and industrial customers. So they aren't just mining sand, they're providing the materials, the storage, the solar glass, and the software to manage the whole shebang. It is a completely vertically integrated platform perfectly tailored for the modern clean energy economy. So as we wrap up today, I really want you to consider this. Is a fully integrated Silica Valley the missing link in our clean energy transition? We talk so much about the end products, the EVs, the massive solar farms, the smart grids, but literally none of those exist without a secure, highly efficient, and highly pure supply chain of raw materials. By combining extreme high-purity silica processing with an absolutely ingenious thermal energy storage system right at the source down in Brazil, Homerun Resources is attempting to build exactly that missing link. It's a bold vision, and based on these recent metallurgical results we've looked at today, the foundation is clearly being laid. Thank you so much for joining me for this deep dive. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I will catch you in the next explainer.